Christ is risen. Pascha is the transition from one state to another. As in ancient times the Israelites came out of Egyptian captivity into the country of promise, so also our soul must make the transition from the captivity of wickedness and sin into the promise of virtue and piety. Then does our soul truly make the Passover of the Lord. So let us rejoice, my brothers and my sisters, repeating one to another, Christ is risen. For there is no more joyful news for us in the world than the message of salvation given to us by the resurrection of Christ our Saviour, by his unspeakable grace. Let us rejoice. And in rejoicing, let us thank the Saviour for his great and unspeakable mercies to us. Let us embrace one another in joy and in triumph, and let our hearts sing the song of triumph, singing, Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and upon those in the tombs bestowing life. Are there any who are devout lovers of God? Let them enjoy this beautiful, bright festival. Are there any who are grateful servants? Let them rejoice and enter into the joy of their Lord. Are there any weary with fasting? Let them now receive their wages. If any have toiled from the first hour, let them receive their due reward. If any have come after the third hour, let him with gratitude join in the feast. And he that arrived after the 6th hour, let him not doubt, for he too shall sustain no loss. And if any delayed until the 9th hour, let him not hesitate, but let him come too. And he who arrived only at the 11th hour, let him not be afraid by reason of his delay, for the Lord is gracious, and receives the last even as the first. He gives rest to him that comes at the 11th hour, as well as to him that toiled from the first. To this one he gives, and upon another he bestows. He accepts the works as he greets the endeavor. The deed he honors, and the intention he commends. Let us all enter into the joy of the Lord. First and last alike receive your reward. Rich and poor rejoice together. Sober and slothful celebrate the day. You that have kept the fast, and you that have not, rejoice today, for the table is richly laden. Feast royally on it. The calf is a fatted one. Let no one go away hungry. Partake all of the cup of faith. Enjoy all the riches of his goodness. Let no one grieve at his poverty, for the universal kingdom has been revealed. Let no one mourn that he has fallen again and again, for forgiveness has risen from the grave. Let no one fear death, for the death of our Saviour has set us free. He has destroyed it by enduring it. He destroyed hell when he descended into it. He put it into an uproar, even as it tasted of his flesh. Isaiah foretold this when he said, You, O hell, have been troubled by encountering him below. Hell was in an uproar because it was done away with. It was in an uproar because it is mocked. It was in an uproar, for it is destroyed. It is in an uproar, for it is annihilated. It is in an uproar, for it is now made captive. Hell took a body and discovered God. It took earth and encountered heaven. It took what it saw and was overcome by what it did not see. O death, where is thy sting? O hell, where is thy victory? Christ is risen, and you, O death, are annihilated. Christ is risen, and the evil ones are cast down. Christ is risen, and the angels rejoice. Christ is risen, and life is liberated. Christ is risen, and the tomb is emptied of its dead. For Christ, having risen from the dead, is become the first fruits of those who have fallen asleep. To him be glory and power forever and ever. Amen. Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and upon those in the tombs bestowing life.